السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Welcome to our English program Easy English. Today we are going to discuss one of Shakespeare's masterpieces in drama, The Merchant of Venice. The main characters are Shylock, Antonio, Bassanio, Portia, and so on. The play handles many important themes such as mercy versus revenge and the true love and the faithful friendship. Let's discuss the main idea. Shylock was a rich Jew living in Venice. He was a cruel man who made himself wealthy and rich by lending money at great interest to Christian merchants and forcing them to pay back with cruelty. Shylock hated Antonio because Antonio lent money to people in troubles and problems without any interest, thus taking business away from Shylock. Bassanio was Antonio's best friend. He used to be rich, but unfortunately, now he had no money. He spent all his money foolishly. He needs money to marry a rich and pretty lady called Portia. So he asked Antonio to lend him money. But Antonio had no money, so they had to borrow money from Shylock. As we said, Bassanio needed money from Antonio because he wanted to marry a very wealthy woman whose father died leaving her a great wealth. Portia was the rich heiress that Bassanio wished to marry. She lived in Belmont, in Venice. She had a large property. Antonio agreed to sign a bond written by Shylock that gives Shylock the right to cut off any part of his body that Shylock pleased if he didn't repay the money back by a certain day. After getting married to Portia, Bassanio received bad news, a letter from Antonio that he had lost all his ships and couldn't pay the Jew Shylock. So he was waiting for his death. Antonio wanted to see Bassanio before his death. Portia was a wise lady. Portia's plan to save Antonio was that she dressed herself and her maid in the clothes of a young lawyer and his clerk, and after getting the advice of a relative of hers, she set for Venice to speak and defend Antonio. As we said, Portia was married to Bassanio before he left her to save Antonio in order to give Bassanio a right-in-law to her money.
Jailer, look to him. Tell me not of mercy. This is the fool lent out money gratis. Jailer, look to him.
Hear me yet, good Shylock.
I'll have my bond.
Speak not against my bond. I have sworn an oath that I will have my bond. You called me dog before you had a cause, but since I am a dog, beware my fangs. The Duke will grant me justice.
I do wonder, you wicked jailers, you are so fond to come abroad with him at his request.
I pray you hear me speak.
I'll have my bond, I will not hear you speak. I'll have my bond, therefore speak no more. I'll not be made a soft and dull-eyed fool, to shake the head, relent and sigh, and yield to Christian intercessors. I'll have no speaking, follow not. I will have my bond.
It is the most impenetrable cur that ever kept with men.
Let him alone. I'll follow him no more with bookless prayers. He seeks my life. His reason well I know.
I'm sure the Duke will never grant this forfeiture to
The
hold.
Duke cannot deny the course of law. For the commodity that strangers have with us in Venice, if it be denied, will much impeach the justice of the state. Therefore go. Oh, these griefs and losses have so baited me that I shall hardly find a pound of flesh tomorrow for my bloody credit.
Pray God the son who come to see me pay his debt. And I care not.
In the court, Portia's sweet words of the quality of mercy. She said that mercy dropped as gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath. It was a double blessing. It blesses him who gives and him that receives it. It's a finer ornament for a king than his crown itself, because it is a quality of God himself. But Shylock wanted revenge more than money, as he hated Antonio. It was a chance for Shylock to take revenge on Antonio. Although Bassanio offered to pay the 3,000 pounds as many times over as Shylock wished, but Shylock still refused, because he hated Antonio so much that he wished to see him dead. Shylock went to the court to have revenge on Antonio. He took a knife with him to cut one part of Antonio's flesh, as the bond said. It was Portia's wisdom that saved Antonio's life. She was able, wisely, to turn the case against Shylock. Shylock didn't have mercy on Antonio because he hated him. Shylock thought at first that Portia was speaking for him because she told Shylock that he had the right by the law of Venice to have what was promised in the bond. Shylock couldn't even take his money because the lawyer had another hold on him. His wealth, money, lands would go to the state of Venice for having made a plot, a conspiracy, a plan against the life of one of its citizens. Shylock couldn't take a pound of Antonio's body without spilling blood, and the lawyer warned him that if he spilled a single drop of blood, he would lose his wealth as well as his life. Shylock had no mercy, but Antonio was merciful and kind. Antonio gave up his share of Shylock's money on the condition that after his death, Shylock's money should go to his daughter and her husband. Shylock deserved to lose his life as well as his wealth, that should go half to the state of Venice and the other half to Antonio. Mercy was shown to him by the Duke, who spared his life, and by Antonio, who gave up his share in Shylock's money. Shylock was disappointed, sad, embarrassed, and poor when he left the court. He lost everything. He couldn't take revenge on Antonio, and he lost most of his wealth and was about to lose his own life. Bassanio offered the young lawyer, اللي هي زي ما احنا عارفين بورشيا طبعا، لكن باسانيو didn't know that the lawyer was his wife Portia. Bassanio offered the young lawyer the 3,000 pounds, but the lawyer refused to take that money because she wanted to save the life of the faithful friend of her husband.
Why just that you pause?
Shall I not have even my principal?
You shall have nothing but your forfeiture. To be so taken at your peril, Jew.
By the devil, give him good of it. I'll stay, no longer question.
Harry, Jew, the law has yet another hold on you. It is enacted in the laws of Venice. If it be proved against an alien that by direct or indirect attempts he seek the life of any citizen, the party against which he does contrive shall seize 1/2 of his goods. The other half comes to the privy coffer of the state. And the offender's life lies in the mercy of the Duke only, against all other voice. In which predicament, I say, you stand? Down, therefore, and beg mercy of the Duke.
Beg that you may have leave to hang yourself.
That you shall see the difference in our spirit. I pardon you your life before you ask it. For half your wealth, it is Antonio's. The other half shall come to the general state.
Nay, take my life, and pardon not that. You take my house when you take the prop that doth sustain my house. You take my life when you take the means whereby I live.
What mercy can you render him, Antonio?
Alter gratis, nothing else for God's sake.
So please, my lord the Duke, and all the court, forego the fine of 1/2 of his goods. I am content, so he will let me use the other half in trust, relinquish it upon his death unto the gentleman that lately stole his daughter. One thing provided more, that for this favor you shall presently become a Christian.
You shall do this, or else I do recant the pardon I late pronounce it here.
Are you contented, Jew? What do you say?
Well,
Clerk, prepare a deed of gift.
I pray you, give me leave to go from hence. I will dwell. I will send a deed after me. I will sign it.
Get you gone then, but do it. Court dismissed.
Portia and Nercia tested their husbands' love by asking them for the rings which they promised before never to part or give away. Bassanio gave Portia's ring to the lawyer who saved Antonio's life as a sign of thankfulness, yet he was sorry to give the ring away. After returning home, Portia quarreled and fought with her husband because he gave away the ring she had given him, though she had made him promise never to part with it. Portia gave Antonio a letter with good news that some of his ships were thought to be lost, came back to harbor, and he was rich once again. Bassanio and Antonio were faithful and true friends. Antonio had to sign the bond to borrow some money for Bassanio to help him get married to Portia. And Bassanio, in return, came quickly to Venice as soon as he heard that his friend was in danger. He was ready to do everything to save his friend's life. He gave away the ring given to him by his wife to please his friend Antonio. Throughout the play, we notice the role of mercy. Shylock didn't show any mercy because he just wanted to take revenge on Antonio. But Antonio and the Duke of Venice showed mercy to Shylock. It's true that, and it's clear that Bassanio and Antonio were faithful friends. At the end of the play, people were happy. Antonio, Bassanio, Portia, Nerissa, and her husband Gratiano, and the daughter of Shylock, Jessica, got married to Florenzo. It's a comic play. From this play, we learn that mercy is the force that benefits all people. I hope you understood the summary of The Merchant of Venice, as well as enjoying the moral lesson of the play. Thanks for your good listening. Good luck.